Hello and welcome to Extra Credit, the McAllen ISD podcast that takes a close look at programs that benefit you and your family. I'm your host, Ollie Perez, and my guest today is the Director of McAllen ISD State and Federal Programs, Dr. Cynthia Olivarez. Dr. Olivarez, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so what is the role of the Office of State and Federal Programs?
The Office of State and Federal Programs oversees federal grants that are to help ensure that students are receiving a fair and equitable education. We've got Title I grants, Title II grants, Title III, and Title IV grants. And those grants are for various populations, I would say. Our Title I grants do support all of our Title I campuses, which are campuses that have more than 40% of their student population who are economically disadvantaged. So in McAllen, we have all of our campuses that are Title I campuses with the exception of Gonzales Elementary, and they receive funding through our state compensatory education grant.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of like separates them or like into categories and stuff?
Yeah, they're different. They all serve a different purpose and intent, these grants. And so, as I said, the Title I grants are to ensure that all schools are receiving support so that there's no one left behind, right? So that there is a way for us to close the gaps with instruction and student achievement. And Title II grants support the district with making sure that we're still recruiting highly qualified teachers, that we are providing professional development for our teachers so that they are prepared to deliver the best instruction and pedagogy for our students. Our Title IV grants are for the well-rounded education of students. And those grants offer additional, and it's kind of the fun grant in a way because we get to do a lot of activities that tie in with academics, but are a little bit, they're not necessarily tied to STAR performance.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of STEM activities, mental health activities, and health and physical fitness.
Okay, so all of these, they do directly support the students and the families here and stuff like that?
Yes, they do.
Okay, that's actually, that's awesome. That's amazing. So, ultimately, you would say that these programs are about achieving student success or helping these students?
Yes, our ultimate goal definitely is student achievement. And with our grants with Title I especially, that is the goal. And that is to make sure that our schools are closing the gaps, that we are reaching all of our students, that we're reaching students from all populations, that we're reaching our students who are at risk, our students who are economically disadvantaged, that we are making sure that everyone who needs any type of support is getting that support. Every title grant has its own manual, its own guide, and it's a lot of reading. It's a lot of asking questions. We get a lot of support from the Texas Education Agency.
Oh, yeah.
And from Region 1, we have our directors here at Region 1 who are also very supportive. And so it's a lot of asking questions and just following guidance. They're very good about providing guidance manuals. And so, FAQs that are updated all the time. And so it's a matter of just reading. It's a lot of reading. A lot of reading and discussing and making sure that what we want to do is in compliance, right? Because we want to be sure that we are in compliance. Of course, these are federal monies. And so we have to be sure that we are doing what's best for students, but that we are staying within the guidelines of the grant.
So what are some of the services or resources your department might offer for families?
Well, under Title I, we do have the parent and family engagement component. And so that's a whole other component. It's like a whole other little world. And it's a great component. We are required to set aside a certain percentage of our fund for that so that we can be sure to have families engaged with our schools, because studies do show that when there's parent engagement, there's student success. And so we want to be sure that we are engaging our parents. Many of our parents maybe do not have the resources needed. And so we offer a lot of parent meetings. We have parent and family engagement specialists that are assigned to each school. And so they ensure that because of the funding we're getting through Title I, that we are completing and fulfilling the requirements under that grant.
Yeah.
And so that those requirements include having parent meetings, monthly parent meetings, discussing the school's report card, discussing the district's report card with parents, including parents, and bringing all stakeholders together. So all stakeholders include parents and teachers, community, and students into our meetings so that we can get that feedback of what's needed at our schools. And each school is different. Each school is so different.
Oh, yeah.
They're all fabulous, but they're all their needs are all different, and so the communities are all individualized.
Cool.
So when the parents come into our meetings, they're the feedback that we need. They're the people that we want to hear from, because it's all about continuous improvement and making sure that we're doing everything that's best for kids.
Okay, cool. Guys, go to these things, like, give feedback. This is actually really important stuff, because I feel like a lot of people,
really
they don't really necessarily know, like, how for the community schools tend to be, or like how, personalized they can get, because it's really cool that they get like sort of specified with their needs and stuff like that, just like depending on the school.
And there are a lot of things that we can do. There are a lot of things we can't do. And
Yeah.
so sometimes schools will call and say, well, we want to do this, we want to do that. And sometimes it's a matter of really thinking it through, because my goal is to always be there for the schools and what they need.
Yeah.
But of course, sometimes I feel like the parent, right? Like, there's
like
guidelines,
that.
there are parameters. And so in this case, we have to be really careful, because we don't want to do anything that's going to put us at risk or put us out of compliance,
Yeah.
because we want to be sure that we're doing everything correctly. Right?
Yes.
We want to stay in compliance always. And so that is our first goal. But helping the schools and doing things that are beneficial for students, that is top priority always. And so when it comes to trainings and teacher trainings, for example, and other workshops for resources for students, materials, all of that is covered.
So I know there's like also some other events your team organizes like throughout the year, and I know there's one specifically like more called Parent University. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, Parent University. That is a really great way for parents to get involved. And so that started many years ago before I came to state and federal programs. That was already established. And it is meetings that we have with parent representatives from each campus.
Oh, okay.
And so parent representatives from each campus are invited to attend these meetings or monthly meetings.
Yeah.
During those meetings, we have different guests and different presenters, either from the community or from the district, other directors offering information about our programs, from special ed, from our DSPD program, from advanced academics, the counseling department, family treatment program.
Yeah.
Things that we know and we see are hot topics from parents.
Oh, yeah.
When we conduct our parent survey and we get feedback, then we know that, these are things that parents are interested in learning about. And so we have those twice a month. And so those meetings are actually very, very informative. And parents ask a lot of questions. Dr. Gutierrez is very good about attending those meetings and speaking to the parents and being available to them too. So it's a great time, really, and it's very informative for all our parents.
Is there like any cost for like parents to take these courses?
Oh, no, nothing. No, these meetings are free, of course. Through our parent and family engagement evening study program,
Yeah.
we do offer parent classes, and that's another component of our parent and family engagement program. And those classes are offered in the evening. We offer them there at Navarro Center, which is located on Hackberry, where our offices are at. And those classes, we've got partnerships with STC and with Region 1. And so we offer classes for parents at no cost, job skills classes. Some of them are welding classes, construction classes, Cake decorating is a big hit.
Oh yes, I've seen.
Yes,
I usually get emails about stuff like that. I'm like, oh wow, they're like doing actually like there's
oh yeah,
there's a wide
those
range of things.
classes are really neat. We offer not through STC but through McAllen ISD. We do
Yeah.
have a parent educator who teaches a sewing class, and it's a sewing for beginners, intermediate, and advanced.
Yeah.
The same with the cake decorating. We do offer also through one of our other parent educators citizenship courses. We offer citizenship courses to parents. We also have day classes, so that's offered during the day and it's also offered in the evening. We also offer CPR classes. And our most popular classes in the evening really are our ESL classes. We have a lot of parents who come to take our ESL classes. Last year, parents were, after we did the survey, they wanted Spanish classes.
Oh
And
yes.
so we found a Spanish teacher and started teaching Spanish classes. And what's really neat about our parent evening study program is that we offer childcare. And parents can come to class, and we've got teachers from the district who we hire to work in the evening, and they provide childcare. And so, in collaboration with our child nutrition program, we then have dinner for the children.
Yeah.
And so the parents come to the classes, they bring their child, the child goes to a classroom, and we've got 4 classrooms set up, and we divide them by age. And so the little ones are all together, looks like a regular elementary classroom,
Yeah.
while parents are in class. And so they have dinner, and they are either like following up on work,
Oh yeah.
doing activities, and just learning while the parents are.
Absolutely. Well, that's really nice. Unfortunately, that's about all the time that we have today, but thank you so much for joining us. And just a little bit, like one more, where can families reach out to get more information about the Office of State and Federal Programs? Where could they reach you? Just someone who can talk about
So families can definitely go to our website, right? The district website. If you go to that and if you go to departments, you'll find state and federal programs there, and then that will take you to all the links. It's also under parent resources on the main website, but they could also just call our office, and our number is so easy. It's 632-3232.
Okay, nice. Well, there you guys have it.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Extra Credit for today. Thank you so much for watching.